A seed does not fail when it rests underground through winter. It is not being lazy. It is not lacking discipline. It is not broken. It is gathering strength for spring. What if the same is true for you? What if the periods when you cannot create? When motivation disappears? When everything feels heavy? What if that is not failure? What if that is winter? This is about understanding the rhythm you have always had. The one you have been taught to ignore. We live in a world that worships consistency. Post every day, create on schedule, maintain the same energy year-round. Never slow down, never stop producing. But imagine telling a tree, why are you not bearing fruit in January? Where is your discipline? Imagine scolding a flower, why do you close at night? You should stay open 24 hours. We understand this would be absurd. Nature has seasons. Nature has cycles. Nature rests. But somehow, we expect human beings who are part of nature to operate like machines. Studies show that 76% of creative professionals experience burnout. Artists, writers, designers, entrepreneurs, exhausted, depleted, wondering what is wrong with them. Nothing is wrong with you. You have simply been living against your natural rhythm. There is a Vietnamese saying, trời sinh voi, trời sinh cỏ. Heaven creates elephants, heaven creates grass. Meaning, everything in nature has what it needs, including you, including your rhythm. Let me share what Vietnamese farmers have known for thousands of years. What every ecosystem demonstrates. What your body has been trying to tell you. There are 4 energies that move through all creative work, through all life, not as rigid schedules, as natural rhythms. Spring energy, the seasonal beginning. This is when ideas come easily, when curiosity is high, when starting feels natural. Spring energy feels like excitement about new projects, openness to possibilities, social and collaborative, light and expanding. What to do in spring? Plant seeds. Begin new projects. Explore freely. Say yes to opportunities. Network and connect. Learn new skills. What not to do in spring? Forced completion. Demand perfection. Commit to everything at once. Rush too many eyes before roots form. Vietnamese wisdom says, gieo gió, gặt bão, sow wind, harvest storm. In spring, you sow carefully, not everything, not frantically, but with intention and joy. Summer energy, the season of growth. This is when you have momentum, when execution feels possible, when your energy is high and sustainable. Summer energy feels like clarity about direction, sustained focus capability, confidence in your process, joy in collaboration, visible progress. What to do in summer? Execute your plans, build momentum, deliver your work, show up consistently, engage your community, push your edges. What not to do in summer? Start new major projects. Scatter your energy. Overcome it beyond your capacity. Ignore signs of depletion. This is the season people think should last forever. A summer without autumn leads to drought, to depletion, to burnout. Autumn energy, the season of harvest. This is when projects complete, when you gather results, when you acknowledge what you have created. Autumn energy feels like satisfaction in completion, gratitude for the journey, readiness to let go, wisdom about what worked, preparing for rest. What to do in autumn? Finish strong. Celebrate achievements. Share your harvest with others. Reflect on lessons learned. Give thanks. Prepare for winter. What not to do in autumn? Immediately start the next thing. Skip celebration. Hold all results for yourself. Judge what you created as insufficient. Vietnamese tradition. After harvest, farmer makes offerings. Not because they are religious, because they understand. What you appreciate, appreciates. Acknowledge your harvest. Honor what you created, even if it feels small. Winter energy, the season of rest. This is the season you have been taught to fear, to fight, to be ashamed of. But winter is not death. Winter is essential rest. Winter energy feels like low motivation, desire for solitude, need for more sleep, inward focus, questioning and uncertainty. What to do in winter? Rest deeply. Dream new visions. Study and learn. Process your experiences. Heal what needs healing. Trust the underground work. What not to do in winter? Force productivity. Compare yourself to others in summer. Panic that winter will last forever. Judge yourself as broken. Here is what most people do not understand. Winter is when the most important work happens. Seeds germinate underground. Trees grow deeper roots. Creative wells refill. The tree in winter is not dead. It is preparing for spring. You in winter are not lazy. You are becoming ready for what comes next. So how do you work with your seasons instead of against them? Practice 1. Identify your current season. Ask yourself right now, what is my energy level naturally? What feels possible today? What is my body asking for? What wants to emerge? There is no right answer, only honest answer. Practice 2. Honor the season you are in. If you are in spring, give yourselves permissions to explore. Start small. Plant seeds, not full forest. If you are in summer, channel your energy wisely. Build sustainably. Remember autumn will come. If you are in autumn, complete with grace. Celebrate genuinely. Prepare for rest without guilt. If you are in winter, rest without shame. Trust the underground work. No spring always returns. Practice 3. Plan for the full cycle. Stop planning as if summer will last forever. Vietnamese farmers do not plant rice year-round. They plant in season, they rest in season, they harvest in season. Your creative projects need the same rhythm. Spring, 1 to 2 months to explore and begin. Summer, 2 to 3 months to build and execute. Autumn, 1 month to complete and harvest. Winter, 1 to 2 months to rest and restore. When you plan this way, you stop burning out. You stop wondering what is wrong with you. Nothing's wrong with you. You simply need to understand your rhythm. Here is what happens when you honor your seasons. You stop forcing. Energy flows naturally. Work feels lighter. Creativity returns. You stop comparing. Someone in summer will look different than you in winter. This does not mean you are behind. You stop burning out. Rest becomes part of the rhythm, not something you collapse into. You start trusting yourself. Your body has always known. You just needed permission to listen. In Vietnamese we say, thuận thiên giả tồn, nghịch thiên giả vong. Those who align with natural law thrive. Those who resist struggle. This is not just about productivity. This is about living in harmony with your own nature. You are not a machine. You are an ecosystem. And ecosystems need seasons. So I invite you, stop fighting your winter. Stop feeling guilty for your autumn. Stop forcing constant summer. Learn your rhythm. Honor your seasons. Trust your cycle. The seed knows how to become the tree. It does not need to force it. Neither do you. What season are you in right now? Share in the comments. Let us normalize the full cycle. And set this video for when you need the reminder. You are not broken. Thank you, co-dreamers. Cảm ơn.